political status that we were given, or the choices we have was the independence.
Independent sovereignty.
Of course, you got the integration, but we said
Free association.
Free association
And integration.
No, status quo.
No.
The status quo is not one of them?
Nope.
Because I know they threw out Commonwealth.
Throughout Commonwealth. Commonwealth does not meet the parameters of the Charter of the United Nations. Okay? The only option under integration is statehood.
Statehood, yes.
Okay, however,
independence.
that would have to be, like any of these options, would have to be approved by the United States government. And I don't believe any of them would be.
Yes.
Even if we held a plebiscite like we did back in the 70s,
they won't recognize it.
They won't recognize it. But until we present to them something that is in the best interest of the United States of America.
Going back to the plan here, your plan into bringing about our identity back to this act that the United States said that is available to us. We look at the politica today, you know, a lot of things is really unstable. You know, the election in the States.
The whole world is unstable right now.
Yes, the whole world. And
any day now, the entire world economy could crash.
Yes, and that's where Congress again. Here's Congress is unstable. You know.
Congress is getting ready to. Congress has already appropriated $21 billion for the military buildup on Guam.
Yes.
Okay.
And of course, you know, all these things.
Now, unless they're going to cancel that, they're going to want to protect that investment.
Of course.
And you cannot protect that investment if you piss off the Indians. Because this is our island and we can make life miserable.
Yes, but at the same time, you know, can I just finish my question so that I could track what is it that maybe, you know, I could help, or what I could do to you know, help the effort in developing this is, again, you know, the politica is gonna really be something different that we're gonna be looking at. If McCain wins, the Republican philosophy, of course, if Obama wins, which I know I got money on him already, is going to be able to get through, because, you know, he's the guy that fits our description. He's a mestizo too, you know, just like all of us. And I think that's a key ingredient in the attitude of the president. And of course, we have a Democratic Congress. Our legislature here, our people here, I noticed that you have two people here that, again, who knows, they might not be able to sit. Tina Barnes and Guthers are the two people that is going to propose this.
No.
You know,
no, they're not.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, this is so unstable that maybe you might not want to answer this at this point. What are the different points that you're going to take different options at certain points if this was to develop this direction?
Okay, it's bad enough that that my phone is monitored. Okay, so I'm very careful about what I do speak about. I speak about this path that we're on today, and I'm not going to speak about the options should this path be refused to us. When that time comes, then I'll speak about those options. But until then, all of my energy, all of my focus is on developing a closer relationship with the United States, one that is based on mutual respect. And if they want to deny us that, then we can start talking about some other options.
You know, I gotta say this, Dave. It just seems to me that with Governor Tomaso inviting the Russians, the Chinese, the only visa in Guam, they propose the only visa from the Philippines. What's going to happen is this is going to be a huge intelligence base with the multinationals. How is that going to? How are you going to protect the United States resources?
One of the ways that it would be beneficial for the United States government and in their best interest to register us is if these are our tribal lands, as they are, but if it is federally recognized that these are our tribal lands, then we have the right to refuse right of passage through our tribal lands. Okay, immigration can be more tightly controlled without the United States government losing face, saying, you know, hey, you can't pass through that area. You can say, I'm sorry, but the natives in that area don't want you to pass through that area.
So maybe the United States would use the native tribe to put up stop signs.
Like I said, we can help them defend their interests.
Absolutely.
I myself found that the military do respect the tribes.
Yeah.
For the simple reason, when the submarine was leaking this radiation, the Chamorro Nation went down there and stood down super. Well, I went down there just to see what was going on. And living proof, okay, the public affair from the military came out and asked who I was. And I told him that I'm San Augustine, I'm presenting the tribes, some more tribes. You know that that man respected me more than he respected the Chamorro Nation. And I did tell him, I said, my concern here is your concern also, because your family's in there and our family's out here. We're both concerned on both sides there. And right away he answered me, we're all concerned. Okay? And he started talking about, well, we have made attempts to help the schools out here. And I said, good. We really respect that, and we continue doing it. But you know, that following day when Philip Camacho received that letter from the Pentagon, shows that they respect the Chamorro tribes because of that.
Well, I do believe we're on the right path, because it's a mutually beneficial path. It's a win-win situation. It's a win for the United States government, because it would fulfill their obligations to the United Nations and to the European nations that were signatories of the Helsinki Accord. They would no longer have the obligation to fulfill under Chapter 73E of the United Nations. Okay, they wouldn't have to do their annual report anymore. They would have patriotic American citizens here on the island of Guam that is helping their military to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States, because for the first time we would be enjoying those constitutional rights.
Well, that day, the following day, I felt that we were enjoying it because the letter that was sent from the Pentagon to our government. So that shows that they're out there also, but we need to do our footsteps to go in the right direction. That's like Mr. Chopper can do.
You cannot try to do battle against the world's superpower. Okay? You can't. You're not going to win. All you're going to end up doing is causing yourself a lot of grief, spill some blood. This is a world, a society that is built on the foundation of law. Okay? And the only thing that prevents anarchy is the credibility of the governments enforcing those laws. Should a government show that it is above its own laws, then those laws no longer have any meaning to the people. In order for a government to enforce its laws, it must also follow its laws.